What's going on, guys? Welcome to Frank's Media and Reviews, and today's video is going to be a 4K review for an 80s cult classic that just found new life at home media, and I'm talking about 1983's Krull, directed by Peter Yates. And first of all, this designed by Sony Pictures with their 4K steelbook is pretty cool, guys. I love how it's the theatrical poster, and it just looks really nice, guys. So first of all, this video wouldn't be possible without Michael and Deb over at the movie room, so thank you guys for the review copy. Use my code FranksMedia10, get 10% off your first purchase. Use the affiliate link in general, and it just gives a little bit something towards me, and that I just use for movies to reviews for you guys. And so thank you, Michael and Deb, so much. Thank you for your support. Now, Krull. When I originally talked about Krull to Michael and Deb, I was like, I don't know if I've seen this film. I think this is a first time watch. And then when I started watching it, and about a third of the way, when the Cyclops appeared in the swampland, I was like, oh, damn. Now I remember. It was like vividly like that scene that took place. Then it all kind of kicked back to me like, oh, I kind of remember this film. And so I do vaguely remember seeing it when I was younger, but it just all came back to me, guys. So what is Krull all about? Well, it's about a princess and a soon-to-be prince getting married, and their two families, the two kings, they kind of don't like each other, but they do it for the love of their children, and they come together. And once their families combine, the armies, the forces that they join together, they can defeat the evil slayers and the big old mean villain, who, boom, he's right there. And yeah, but before they can actually say I do and everything, they kidnap the princess, and basically it's just the prince rescuing his beloved princess. One thing I thought that was really cool, again, since there's a lot of sci-fi fantasy elements, again, this is a blender of tropes, of themes, all into one dang movie. One thing that I really did like, again, these are two different like houses, and they represent some type of element. And when they were going through their like I do's, they dip their hand. One is transferred from the fire to the water, and then when they put their hand in the water bowl, they take it out, and then the fire comes out. So I thought that was really pretty cool, and I guess a little bit of a foreshadowing of how to defeat this villain. That being said, guys, it is a pretty enjoyable film. I did have a very good time. I did not know that Liam Neeson was in this film. I don't know if this is like one of his first film roles as well, but he's pretty young. The design to this, I guess the feel of it, I forgot, like the Slayers look like stormtroopers, guys. Again, since this came out in 83, there was a lot of different themes that were very popular back in the 80s, late 70s, early 80s. And so I guess they thought it would be cool to blend all of them together, because like there's medieval times with swords and armor, but then also there's like laser beams and everything. So for that, all of that stuff being mixed in, I thought that it's a good film, not a great film, but I thought it was an enjoyable film, especially towards the end of the film, about 2/3 of the way. I think it really kicks in, and I loved the blazing mares. that whole thing is pretty cool. Just like the lore that they're trying to build in this film, I thought it was all pretty cool. That's just me being a fantasy kid, and that I love Greek mythology, and they're all kind of just blending all these type of things. And, for the most part, I think it works pretty well. But I did have a good time. Again, not the best movie. This movie flopped hardcore. But again, they were making a very ambitious film, and like I said, it didn't find its core fans until it hit home media. And yeah, guys, if you haven't seen Krull, definitely check it out. There is a cool weapon. Again, I've said again like a bazillion times. I apologize, but it's right there. I want to say it's the shave. I'm mispronouncing it, y'all. But it's a pretty cool weapon whenever it is being used. So, yeah, there it is. But the imagery, and I do have to say, the practical effects were pretty good in this film. And when a film is being upgraded to 4K and they're using practical effects, it really like stands out. And you notice when there's films that's using early CGI, it just looks bad. But if they're using practical effects, it generally looks amazing. And that does pop on the 4K. Like, there are some daytime scenes with the 4K transfer. I should say really quick that this is in Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos for the audio. And it looked really good, guys. The daytime scenes, the colors, the greens, the hair of the princess, all of these like vibrant colors really do stand out. The transfer just looks pretty good. It's not going to be referenced, but with everything that they did for this film, it looked very good. The practical effects look very good. The CGI, early 80s CGI, it does kind of look bad, but there is like some good stop motion with the spider up in the lair. I thought that looked really good. The makeups, the slares, blending in practical effects with the CGI, I still thought it looked all really good, guys. The Dolby Atmos actually sounded pretty good. With the sound design with the laser beams, I thought that, there is like a hollow sound with the beams, but besides that, it all sounded pretty good. And I don't know if it's just me, but some of the sound design did seem like it was like from Star Wars. Maybe that's just me, but it did sound like that. Here is the 4K, right? Here's the 4K disc, and here is the Blu-ray disc right there. Again, the audio is a good audio. It sounded pretty immersive, and for just it being an older film, I thought it sounded pretty good. Nothing reference. I think that's just like the thing. This transfer, it's nothing reference, but all the things. It's a good transfer, and it's a good audio mix. So I think if you're fans of the film, then this release by Sony is definitely a no-brainer, because one, I already said it right from the get-go, but I simply love this design of the steelbook. It looks really good. The disc design looks great. Inside, it looks pretty good. The 4K transfer looks great. There's some dark scenes, and I think they look really good as well, guys. Really no complaints at all. I thought Sony did a fantastic job with this transfer. And yeah, special features. There's nothing new in the special features. There's a couple audio commentaries with the cast and crew, and and then there's another one with the production crew, and then there's a special feature of a making of, which is about 23 minutes long. It was very informative, and I thought that was pretty cool how it was shot in England, they used the James Bond set, which was the biggest set in the world at the time. And they just had interviews with the cast, and I thought it was just a really cool behind the scenes type of special feature. So I kind of wish there was a new one, but for, the archival special feature, it was a good one. And then I want to say there was a trailer, I think, for Krull, but besides that, there's nothing else. So no new special features, which, is a little bit of a bummer for Krull fans. But this film kind of is just lumped in with like Legend and Dragon Slayer, is that these films that bombed in the box office found new life at home media. So I'm really glad to have this in my collection, and yeah, I think it's just a good piece of a movie to just have in your collection, guys. So thank you guys for watching. Again, hit the like and subscribe button if you do. I really appreciate it. Check out my tier memberships. Thank you to John from Let's Talk Entertainment Media, William Driver, and Insomniac. And guys, have a great one.